Hello, I'm Kevin Deemer, principal at the intermediate school.
I'm Jennifer Barnaby, the assistant principal at EIS.
And I'm Wayne Hooper, the school counselor. Fifth grade open house is going to be Thursday, August 25th. There are going to be 2 sessions for that. Families will need to sign up. Mrs. Barnaby will be talking about that later in this video. Cruise the Halls is going to be the day after that, Friday, August 26th. It's going to be from 10 to 12 p.m. And the first day of school is going to be Monday, August 29th. There are going to be 6 teams of 2 teachers. Teams are organized by color as well. This will be an example of a schedule that your child will be going through throughout each day. They're going to be having homeroom time. They'll have core instruction time with ELA, math, science, social studies. They have a block called Mounts time, which is comparable to like a study hall to get caught up on some work or to get assistance with anything that they need. If your child's in band, orchestra, and chorus, that's what Mounts time will be used for as well. They'll have time for that. They'll have lunch from 1:30 to 2. Specials or related arts is going to be from 2 to 2:45. And then more instructional time, the ELA, science, social studies block, math. And then you'll have dismissal at 3:45.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about student arrival and dismissal. So at the intermediate school, we have about 600 students that are going to be converging on the building at the same time. So we have walkers that will be coming from the Lincoln Heights area, also maybe from the Fulton area as well, and also from town right around the Highland area. So as students walk to the building, many of them walk by the high school. We just ask that they come to the front of the building and then walk around to the back. There's going to be doors back there where we'll have students that are dropped off by parents, and then we'll also have students that are walkers, and we'll have them all meet in the back by the music doors. Students at the intermediate school can ride their bikes or scooters to school. That is up to parents. We do ask that they wear helmets and they're safe as they ride to school and home from school. Officer Hernizen and I will be meeting with these students who may be riding a bike or a scooter. We'll meet with them in the beginning of the year to kind of go over our rules and expectations for those students, and then also where to park their bikes during the day. We obviously will have students riding buses. We know that we have students that will be new to riding buses this year. We have a total of about 12 buses that do service our building. And that takes a lot of effort in the first week to make sure that our students are getting on the right buses at the end of the day. Beginning of the year, the first week, our bus times are not exactly as they should be, and then we'll get a little bit better because we do make sure that we have the students on the bus at the end of the day before they leave the property. They get dropped off in the front of the building, and then there's a door by the Turk parking lot that we use for our students that ride buses. And then car riders, there's a video that is actually posted on our website that shows you how to drop off your student. All students that are coming to school by car are dropped off in the back of the building. And there's a loop there where you can just pull up to the curb, children can get out, and then you can drive on through the driveway in the parking lot to exit. So that video will help explain that. And then the first day and the first week, there's quite a few of us that will be out there to help guide you on how to drop off. And then pickup is the same way. The pickup, there's some parking spots that are along the curb that we will use. And then once that gets full, we will have someone out there that will be helping with the parking. Once those curbside slots are full, then you'll use the parking lot and you'll park, and then we'll have the children exit the building and meet you in the parking lot. Technology, this year students will be getting iPads, so they'll get iPads with the case. Those are distributed by the classroom teachers over the first few days of school. For fifth graders, we typically have them keep the iPads in school for the first few weeks and get used to the iPad, what to do with it, and then we talk about, okay, if you want to take this home, what are you going to do with it when you take it home, and make sure that they understand that it is a school device to be used for schoolwork at home. So we'll go through that with the students, but they will have access to an iPad. We'll be using Schoology this year. I know that some of the fourth graders used it last year, but they will, almost all of them will be using it this year. PowerSchool, we're going to be asking that we use PowerSchool quite a bit for not only students, but also for parents. So if you do not have access to your PowerSchool account or you forget that, try to get that up to date as soon as possible, because they will be we'll be using that for our schedules and homeroom assignments and things like that very shortly. Cell phones in schools, just like elementary, students are going to be carrying cell phones to school. We ask that the students put the cell phones in their backpacks during the day. There's no need for them to have it out during the day. We don't let them have it during the school day in the classrooms. There's no need for them to have it at recess, lunch, any place like that. So they can power it down when they come to school, put it in their backpack, and then they will, at the end of the day, as they leave the building, they can turn it on and use it. We also ask that students do not use their cell phones on the school bus. We don't want them taking videos, pictures, playing music, that type of thing. So we just ask that they not use the cell phones on the bus as well. Communication from the school to home, there's quite a few different ways that we'll go about that. The website is going to be key for us. We're going to try to keep that really up to date. So if you go onto the district website, go to schools and then the intermediate school, there's going to be tabs on the right-hand side of that screen, and we'll keep things up to date on there. We'll be posting this video there. We'll put schedules on there. We'll put all kind of stuff on there. So if there's information you need, use the website as much as possible. Obviously, email. During the school day especially, teachers will use email quite a bit with parents. Obviously, phone calls are important. We want to also have that communication with parents by voice. So there's times where the teachers will call during the day and leave messages and things like that. But we might have to rely on email for some parents based on work schedules and things like that. We have teachers that will use Twitter. We will use different app-based programs that teachers will use to communicate with home. Class Dojo is one that some teachers use as well. We're going to be sending letters home. We try to limit the amount of paper that we send home, just because we know what ends up with that paper. It ends up in the bottom of a book bag. So we try to limit those. And if we do send something home, we try to also double that up with an electronic communication. And then one thing that we always try to mention is your teachers are your first line of communication. So if there's a problem, there's a situation, something you need to talk to a teacher about, make sure you reach out to the teacher first and have that communication with them. They're vital in everything that happens throughout the day. So we want to make sure that you're communicating well with the teachers and that they're also communicating with you as well.
We'd like to share some odds and ends with you, information that you will need to know as you send your child to Effort Intermediate School. Water bottles are acceptable. Your child may bring their water bottle to school. We do have water bottle filling stations that students can fill their water bottle up throughout the course of the school day if necessary. Students are allowed to chew gum. Typically that's teacher discretion, and teachers will talk with students about what their expectations are when students enter the classrooms. Snacks are allowed. We encourage you to send a snack with your child to school if you prefer. I know many of our children enjoy mid-morning just snack lunches, like Mr. Hooper said, in the afternoon. So students do enjoy that time to have a snack and talk for a few moments with peers throughout the morning. For your information, teacher assignments and bus information will be available in PowerSchool for you, our families, on August 12th. So we encourage you to log into PowerSchool, look to see who your child's homeroom teacher is and which team your student is assigned to. I'd like to share a little information with you about our open house. Again, our open house is scheduled for August 25th. We have planned for 2 sessions this school year. We will have one session beginning at 6 o'clock and the second session will begin at 7 p.m. Please keep an eye out for an email from our building. That email will give you information about signing up for your preferred session. We do ask that you choose a session, sign up for that one, and attend your assigned session so that we can allow for families to all be able to get into the building and experience our Effort Intermediate School classrooms and hallways with their child. Again, an email will send information to you in the coming weeks. Families, please keep an eye out for the information in Power School, as I said a few minutes ago, because you will need to know your child's homeroom teacher in order to sign up for the open house session on August 25th. Thank you very much for listening. We hope that our information shared with you will give you the insight and the necessary information to help you become familiar with our school. We are so excited to welcome your child into our building. We are excited about a brand new year, and we look forward to working with you and giving your child the very best experience we possibly can here at Effort Intermediate School. Thank you.